Hello and welcome to Northbeat from Wekweèti, Northwest Territories. Wildfire season in the NWT is right around the corner. Tough to believe where I am with all of the snow on the ground, but it is imminent. Tonight we'll learn about a program in Wekweèti that both protects against wildfires and helps to heat the community. That conversation is later in the show, but first, the news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts in Wekweèti, Northwest Territories. We begin tonight in Nunavut, where excitement is building for Canada's first Inuit-led university. The school will be built in Arviat, and it's expected to open in 2030. Juanita Taylor is in the community. She tells us how this university will impact Inuit students.
I am standing on the future site of Inuit Nunagat University, next to the frozen shore of the Hudson Bay. The hamlet has been selected by Inuit Tapari Kenetami, the national Inuit organization spearheading the project. Once built, this will be the first university in Canada's Arctic led by Inuit.
It's very humbling when you step back and look at everything from the perspective of Inuit and a mayor at the same time. It's quite amazing the benefits that we will see as a community. It just makes me very happy, even just seeing kids down the street walking, going to school, that they could go to university now without leaving home.
Inuit Nunagat is the homeland of Inuit in Canada. It spans across 4 regions: Inuvialuit, Nunavut, Nunatsiavut, and Nunavik. Right now, those who want to attend university must leave their communities and families and travel thousands of kilometers south. Soon, they will be able to stay closer to home and attend a university that will be grounding all its courses on Inuit culture, values, and language. Leaders have been long calling for an institution like Inuit Nunagat University, including Canada's Governor-General Mary Simon at the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues.
It will be Canada's first university rooted in Inuit culture and language. These are major steps forward. They allow Indigenous youth to imagine and build meaningful futures without giving up who they are.
ITK hopes to have the first cohort of students in 2030. Juanita Taylor, CBC News, Arviat, Nunavut.
The Northwest Territories Medical Travel Program is adding 3 new nurses to its staff. The case manager positions are part of a pilot project aimed at improving medical travel for patients. They'll help to coordinate appointments for patients between Yellowknife, Fort Resolution, and Lutselk'e.
We're aiming to simplify what is often seems to be a very complex process for people. By having these nurses review medical travel requests, looking for those potential red flags, we want to improve communication, opportunities for reducing unnecessary travel by batching appointments or repatriating it back to us, choosing a virtual option where it makes sense, reducing repeat trips. All of that means less time away from family, work, and from their people's communities.
For now, the program will only operate in Yellowknife primary care, which includes Fort Resolution and Lutselk'e. But if the project is successful, it could expand to other regions in the territory. Once the nurses are hired, they will begin in the roles right away. Terode says people should expect changes to medical travel in very short time. In the Yukon, the New Democratic Party is hoping the government creates standalone legislation for the territory's social workers. The NDP leader raised the issue today or during question period in the Legislative Assembly. TJ Deere has that story.
Yukon NDP leader Kate White says social workers face major difficulties in their line of work. She mentioned that they're being asked to respond to dangerous situations and make life-changing decisions for their clients without having the proper training or context. White also says that this is causing burnout. Health and Social Services Minister Brad Cathers didn't say whether standalone legislation is coming. He did mention that the government has accepted all the recommendations in a recent Canadian Auditor General's report on child and family services. Cathers also said that 24 casual department positions are being made permanent and that the government is considering adding supports for social workers who may be dealing with mental health issues. Community Services Minister Corey Belmore said the government is looking at changing the Health Professions Act and welcomes the input of social workers. Changes to the legislation were discussed last year, but the notion that the territory would be the sole regulator for all 14 health professions was panned by professionals. Belmore's predecessor under the Liberal government said they were working on developing regulations for clinical social workers that work in the Yukon. TJ Deere, CBC News, Whitehorse.
IUDs and other forms of birth control are now free for Yukoners. They're covered under the new PharmaCare program, which was launched last week. IUDs, or intrauterine devices, are often touted as the most effective form of birth control. But prior to the new plan, they could cost up to $600. A Whitehorse doctor who specializes in women's health care says that was a major barrier for patients.
Well, for some people, they either would have some private insurance plans that would often cover 80 to 100% of the cost, or folks that were covered under the NIHB, non-insured health benefits, would have IUDs covered. But for everyone else, they either had to pay out of pocket, or the Yukon Sexual Health Program, Yukon Sexual Health Clinic did have a program there where they had compassionate access to free IUDs for some, but it certainly wasn't accessible to all. So it definitely was a barrier to some people.
The program won't cover pain relief during the IUD insertion process. Yukoners are encouraged to speak with their healthcare providers to learn more. The MLA for Cambridge Bay is throwing his support behind the Nunavut government's push for security screening at the Yellowknife airport. Nunavut's justice minister says talks with the NWT and federal governments are in the preliminary stages. There's screening for flights to Nunavut from Ottawa and Winnipeg, but not Yellowknife. Cambridge Bay residents, including MLA Fred Peterson, have long been calling for screening in the NWT's capital. They say they're seeing more and more drugs enter their community.
Well, I guess what worries me the most is nothing changes, and you know, drugs keep coming into the community and doing the damage here, and you know, taking money out. They seem to prey on disadvantaged persons here.
The NWT Infrastructure Department says it echoes the concerns of people in Cambridge Bay, but it's not entirely up to them. Screening in most northern communities isn't mandatory under federal regulations. Transport Canada says its mandate is mostly to do with threats to aircraft operations and systems. Canadian North pilots have voted 87% in favor of a new collective agreement. The Airline Pilots Association International is the union representing the pilots. In a statement on Thursday, it said the 3-year deal offers improvements to scheduling, compensation, and quality of life. The union represents approximately 240 pilots. The deal expires December 31st, 2028. Now, as you've heard on our show, there are some airlines that are canceling flights right now, reducing capacity due to high fuel costs, and it's affecting some northern routes. But Air North says its operations will remain the same for Yukoners for now. The airline's president says the current situation is concerning, but he says it's not the first time the industry has experienced high fuel prices. Joe Sparling says if prices remain high, the airline could spend upward of $1 million a month for fuel alone. He says there's a strategy in place to keep planes in the air during this time.
We have had to increase our fuel surcharge on average about $30 a seat, so there's some increased costs. But the other thing that's helped mitigate the impact of the fuel cost increases is traffic growth, and we're seeing 8-9% year-over-year traffic growth, which has been very helpful.
Sparling says canceling routes will be the last resort. He says ticket sales continue to grow, which is why the airline isn't canceling flights right now. Sparling says he's optimistic operations will continue to run smoothly as tourists arrive in the summer. As the light stays longer, the aurora begins to fade and tourism in Yellowknife slows down. That means local restaurants are shifting their focus from tourists to people who live in Yellowknife all year round. Yumna Iftikhar explains what those restaurants are doing.
Satwan Kaur Dillon opened Yellowknife's first Ricky's all-day grill last year. Dillon says between March and April, her restaurant's traffic was roughly cut in half.
I know that this is the time of the year when it's gonna slow down. Then I need to work more hard. How can I improve?
To keep locals coming through the doors, Ricky's has rolled out new menu items and daily specials, including a kids special on Tuesdays to attract families. It's a similar story at Sushi North. The Japanese restaurant has been part of Yellowknife's fabric for over 2 decades. Singh Tu is the owner of the restaurant. He says tourists and local residents have different preferences.
A lot of the tourists, they like the Arctic char that we have.
Locals prefer dynamite rolls, California rolls, and teriyaki don. So Tu changes the menu to reflect that. Tu is also modernizing the space with digital menus displayed on a big screen behind the counter. Tu says while transitioning into a slower season, restaurants are also battling a spike in prices of produce and supplies caused by inflation, tariffs, and the recent surge in oil and gas prices across the globe.
So, I mean, it is a challenge right now. Things do cost a lot more. I mean, I notice it across even the local supplies that I buy, the vegetables, I mean, they've all gone up as well, too.
Meanwhile, all the restaurant owners I spoke to are focusing on building local customer loyalty to offset these losses. Yumna Iftikhar, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Wildfire season in the Northwest Territories officially begins on May 1st in just over a week. And here in Wekweèti, crews are wrapping up work on a fire smarting program. They've been thinning out trees and brush near the community since last fall. You can see their labor lining the road to the culture camp, piles and piles of wood. Wood the community hopes to use for a biomass heating system. I spoke earlier to Wekweèti's Senior Administrative Officer about the project. Thank you so much for joining me today. Why don't you start by introducing yourself and telling me where we are?
Sure. My name is Fred Behrens. I'm the Senior Administrative Officer for the Community Government of Wekweèti. And we're in Wekweèti right now, almost to the airport and culture camp.
And surrounding us are these big piles of wood. And we know that just over there, there's some guys working with chainsaws. So tell me what they're doing.
We started this project in October of last year, where it's a fire smarting project. And what we're doing is reducing the size of the forest from, say, 1,000 trees per hectare to 400 trees per hectare, and then also clearing the floor of the forest. And we'll use all this material, hopefully in another year or two, for our biomass heating project, district heating project. We'll chip everything up and use all this material. We've also got a lot of firewood, so we'll be giving out to our residents some of the firewood. And then there's logs here that are big enough for our sawmill as well. So we'll use every bit of wood for something that we're going to have here.
That's really wonderful because there is a lot of wood around, and I know sometimes with the fire smarting projects, people always wonder what happens to it. Let's talk more about the biomass project. What would that look like in the community and what impact would it have?
Sure. The biomass district heating project basically is going to heat 95% of the community. 44 houses, 11 institutional buildings will all be heated by three biomass boilers that will utilize all this material for the feedstock that'll go into the boilers. And it'll have underground piping to every house and building in the community. The waste heat provides about 50% of the heat that we need for the whole community from our generators, for the power generators. So combined waste heat plus our biomass wood chips will give us the heat that we need for the whole community.
That's really incredible. Where is the funding coming for these projects? I imagine it's probably different for each one.
For the biomass project, we're just now starting to find areas that we can apply for funding through territorial and federal government. Up until just the last couple of weeks, we were really wondering where we could get the funding, and finally there's been a couple of places opened up. So hopefully we can successfully get our applications in and get working on this, and hopefully by 2028 we'll have everything up and running.
Nice.
If everything's successful, yeah.
Yeah.
Or this fire smarting projects through the Department of Environment and Climate Change, and they have a yearly project, and we've this is last year's project that we're just finishing up, and applied for another round for this coming season as well.
I mean, you've talked a little bit about how much of an impact the biomass in particular would have on the community, but I'm wondering if you can expand on the economic impact of this kind of, I know there are two projects, but they really present a whole. We've got guys working beside us, they're hired to do these thinning projects, and then we'll have the biomass, which will provide heat. So talk to me more about the economic impact this whole project will have for Wekweèti.
Sure. With the biomass, of course, we're employing individuals to do this work now, but we'll also be employing a few people to take all this material and chip it up so that we've got the feedstock, as well as, of course, we need residents to maintain the whole system. So there's employment, 2 or 3 people will be employed yearly for the positions that we need for the whole system to keep it up and running and that. So between harvesting the material and chipping the material and maintaining the whole system, there'll be some good employment out of it. And in the fact that we'll be reducing the greenhouse gases and probably saving the residents of the community about $200,000 a year and not having to buy that extra heating fuel that they need.
Yeah, that's a big cost, and the cost of living is so high. Is there anything else you wanted to tell us about the project, Fred?
Well, it's an exciting project, and one of the first ones in the Northwest Territories to consider chips versus pellets. Most places, you know, Yellowknife and Betchico and everywhere else are using pellets that we get out of Lacrete, Alberta. But we're too far away from everything really to do pellets. You know, to get pellets on our winter road, we need around 200 tons of pellets, and that would be many, many truckloads, and our road just isn't up to that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Fred, thank you so much for coming out and chatting with us today about this. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thanks. And I hope you enjoy your trip here to Wekweèti.
It's beautiful. We've been having a wonderful time.
Oh, great.
We introduced you to Joseph Dryneck on the show yesterday. He helped put together the culture camp here in Wekweèti, which is now in its 25th year. Dryneck told us how young people are taught to process fish and caribou at the culture camp, and how the community hosts drum dances and hand games there. Tonight we'll hear again from Dryneck about the culture camp in Cleachel. Take a listen.
So, go to culture camp. Don't get easy and Jay-Z, Holland got so deep. So, Hazon Tazon, that's a day, Gahonzi. So, car gets a ton. It's a cool, the car, Hazu Haggets, I see the Haggets a ton. Go to not see Yati, the Haggets a ton. Get a do. Quatung good day, than got targets of again there, than got tar, than you're lagging does on it. I could did again to do. Because on fresh camps, I didn't yet there in the honey only 100. Honey, 8 hours get a lot of day. Honey, hot conditions in delay. So, Kagami. So, she got a day. Because on Ella hint other thing, Tigger me does it clean. Because on did the hit a can, did the hit a. Did he let a day? Hannah that day, let a da. 这么些，这还出那种还像么些。
An experimental gene therapy for a rare form of deafness is appearing to be highly effective. Tashana Reed explains how it works and why there's cautious optimism around the treatment.
This boy was born with severe hearing loss, but 3 weeks after receiving experimental gene therapy, he heard his name for the first time. Then music. And months later, he learned to speak.
Mama. The significance of this really cannot be underestimated.
This is a result of a clinical trial carried out by researchers at Harvard Medical School and Fudan University in Shanghai. The boy is one of 42 participants, aged 8 months to 32 years old, with genetic hearing loss caused by mutation to the gene otoferlin. Participants received a single injection into the inner ear, replacing that gene that allows sound signals to reach the brain. Researchers say hearing improved in 90% of participants to varying degrees, though more effective in the children.
So far, the data really strongly support the earlier the treatment, the better outcome.
And that toddler we showed you, he's now 4 and tells us he loves toy cars. He is getting better and better. He is attending regular school now. He has no difference from other kids.
You have to be implanted within.
Professor Robert Harrison has spent decades researching and treating hearing loss, and he's cautiously optimistic.
There are some limitations. Not everybody benefits. What we have here is a possible cure for a very rare genetic caused congenital hearing loss.
And for members of the deaf community, not everyone wants a cure.
I get the appeal of it. Like, yay, it's nice, things are coming along. But on the other side, it feels like we are being erased. And I love being in the deaf world.
Researchers followed the participants for 2.5 years after they received the gene therapy and say the results held up, but they hope it will last a lifetime. Tashana Reed, CBC News, Toronto.
There are new guidelines out for Canadian doctors that could help in the prevention of heart attacks and strokes. They recommend testing for a protein that can cause those cardiovascular emergencies in otherwise healthy people. Christine Birak explains.
We did this angiogram.
Well, stress test.
Rami Medias asked his doctor to test him for lipoprotein A, or LPA. It may be the most important cholesterol test people have never heard of.
And my brother got tested first.
Unlike LDL, or bad cholesterol, LPA cannot be lowered with diet or exercise. Even young, active people can have high LPA. It's genetic and a major cause of unexpected strokes and heart attacks in otherwise healthy people.
No idea that it existed and how you treat it.
It should be measured once in a person's lifetime.
That is the recommendation. Now a new paper gives doctors a framework for screening, risk assessment, and management of elevated LPA, which affects an estimated 20% of Canadians.
This is a very important one to prevent one of the most common causes of death amongst Canadians.
If cholesterol is like traffic on a highway, LPA behaves like Velcro. It sticks to the road. Not only does it build plaque faster, but it makes clots harder to clear. But many family doctors say they don't routinely test for LPA.
There will always be things that you can control, and there will be some things that will be outside your control.
Historically, we haven't really done a great job following lipoprotein A levels because there wasn't much we could do about it.
LPA is fixed, but knowing your level can help mitigate risk by guiding lifestyle changes and powerful LDL lowering treatments.
And in the very near future, we're going to see new medications that may be able to safely and effectively lower lipoprotein A level.
Maybe we should be offering lipoprotein A testing to more people than we are.
Medias hopes his kids won't need to push for a test. Doctors say knowing about this hidden risk can save lives. Christine Birak, CBC News, Toronto. With warmer temperatures, northern ice roads are melting and closing.
For drivers who depend on the Deda Ice Road in the NWT, the Territory's Department of Infrastructure says they will close that road tomorrow. But officials warn they may shut it down even earlier if the road deteriorates faster than expected. Now, let's take a look at your weather. And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with some drone footage we shot here in Wekweèti. I'm Megan Roberts in Wekweèti, Northwest Territories. Have a good night.
The best solutions are created by the North, for the North.
We believe in our people. We believe in their ideas, their visions.
The impact of the work you do and the work we have done is saving lives.
The Arctic Inspiration Prize has an impact on communities across Canada's north greater than the sum of the investments.
From Yukon to Nunavut, Nunavik, Nunatsiavut, all across the north.
Canada's north,
across the north,
by the north,
by the north,
by the North, for the North.
This is the heart of AIP.